Here is the news at 4. First, the highlight. Lagos State Government launches domestication of National Women's Economic Empowerment Policy Roadmap. A Petroleum Regulatory Authority calls for regional index on crude oil pricing in Africa. On the front, thousands of people evacuate homes as floodwaters hit Philippines. And in sport, Qatar bids to host 2036 Olympic Games. Now the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. Lagos State Government has launched the domestication of the National Women's Economic Empowerment (WE) Policy Roadmap. Speaking at the launch, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said the development will address structural barriers, foster multi-sectoral partnership, and leverage policy framework to unlock the full potential of its women for economic benefits and broader socio-economic development of the state.
We're not just launching a roadmap, we're actually taking an initiative that will reflect on our administration's unwavering commitment and ensuring that gender equality and inclusive economic growth is not just something that we're verbalizing, it's something that we're putting action into, and we're working it with all of you great women that have come out, about 38 of you, as leaders, as champions, so that we can all design and walk this path together.
Representative of the Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, Agnes Abraham, urged the Lagos State Government to embrace the National Constitution review and support the clamor for a special seat for women in governance, while decrying the 4.3% women representation at the National Assembly and House of Representatives. Earlier in her welcome address, Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Bolaji Dada, noted that despite economic vibrancy of Lagos, women still face substantial barriers in education, skill acquisition, and participation in both traditional emerging labor markets and industries, as well as agriculture. According to her, the WE policy roadmap will focus on key areas to strengthen women's financial inclusion and literacy, bridge digital divides through technology and innovation, to address sociocultural barriers with gender-responsive governance and data-driven strategies. A 40-member Lagos WE policy roadmap champions were also inaugurated with representatives from both government and the public sectors to drive the initiative for inclusive economic growth at the grassroots. The Lagos State Resident Registration Agency, LASRA, has concluded a 2-day refresher training program focused on image enhancement and editing for its station managers, supervisors, and enrollment partners across the state. The training, held from Thursday, July 17 to Friday 18th at the LASRA headquarters in Alausa, Ikeja, is aimed at improving the quality of passport photographs taken during resident registration into the database. Speaking at the event, LASRA General Manager Bilikis Adebiyi Abiola highlighted the importance of clear, standardized images in the production of the Lagos State Resident Identity Card, also known as LAG ID. The refresher course featured both theoretical and hands-on training sessions covering proper lighting, background standardization, image enhancement techniques, and troubleshooting common challenges in photo capture. Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has called for the enactment of robust, citizen-focused legislation to address the growing dangers of cyber crimes and online harms, particularly those affecting women and young people. Kalu made the call while speaking at a stakeholders workshop organized by the National Information Technology Development, NITDA, in collaboration with Advocacy for Policy and Innovation, API. He stressed the need for legislative and regulatory action to safeguard the digital space, citing alarming research statistics indicating a surge in cyberbullying, hate speech, and misinformation. The Deputy Speaker assured stakeholders of the National Assembly's commitment to supporting policies that balance innovation with the protection of human rights in the digital era. Earlier, NITDA Director General Kashifu Inuwa called for a paradigm shift in the way digital technologies are understood and regulated. And now to the rest of the stars. That Chief Executive of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, has urged stakeholders to take an index for crude oil and petroleum product pricing in Africa. Ahmed said this at the Global Commodity Insight Conference on West Africa's refined fuel market, organized by NMDPRA in Abuja. He noted that the absence of a regional pricing benchmark has hindered transparency, investment and supply chain efficiency with the West African fuel market. According to him, the reliance on imports has continued despite increased refining capacities in Nigeria, Ghana, Niger, Senegal and Cote d'Ivoire, which collectively now produce up to 1.335 million barrels per day. The All Progressive Congress, APC, has called on all media to prioritize truth, accuracy, and professionalism in national discourse. Lagos APC spokesperson Seye Oladejo stated this over a recent statement by the People's Democratic Party (PDP), which claimed that no patriotic Nigerian will vote for APC in 2017. Oladejo described the comment as misleading, divisive, and insulting to millions of Nigerians who continue to support the party, noting that the party insisted that true patriotism transcends party affiliations and lies in a shared commitment to national unity, peace, and progress. He highlighted the party's achievement in infrastructure, digital transformation, agricultural development, and social investment programs as proof of its dedication to national growth. And in foreign news, life in Philippines' capital, Manila, has come to a standstill as floodwaters from relentless rains forced tens of thousands to evacuate. Heavy overnight downpours caused the Marikina River in Metro Manila to overflow, prompting urgent evacuations. More than 23,000 residents living near the riverbanks were moved to temporary shelters, including schools and village halls. In Quezon City and Colagun, another 25,000 people were evacuated. At least 2 people are reported missing as the flood continues to impact large parts of the city. Schools and government offices remain closed across Metro Manila and nearby provinces. And sports, Qatar is bidding the host 2036 Olympic and Paralympic Games as a wealthy Gulf state sets its sight on yet another major sport event to diversify its energy-reliant economy. Ranked as the smallest and wealthiest state in Gulf, Qatar had already hosted the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Mohammed Al Thani said if chosen, Qatar will become the first country in the Middle East and North Africa to host the Olympic Games. Just before we go, always drive within the specified speed limit. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on my Lagos app for timely update. Did you know that the Solo administration strengthened alliance with 200 representatives from various women-focused NGOs in the state as part of efforts to alleviate the economic plight of women residents in the state? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlight of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has launched the domestication of the National Women's Economic Empowerment WE Policy Roadmap. The Chief Executive of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed, has urged stakeholders to set an index for crude oil and petroleum product pricing in Africa. We also told you that life in the Philippines capital, Manila, has come to a standstill as floodwaters from relentless rains forced tens of thousands to evacuate. And in sport, Qatar is bidding host the 2036 Olympic and Paralympic Games as the wealthy Gulf state sets its sight on yet another major sport event to diversify its energy-reliant economy. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Aderayo Idowu Olaya. I am Sarah Adesanya.